Today, we're talking about side kick. So we're gonna work on side kick and the pieces of side kick. And for each group, it's gonna be a little bit different. So I will let you guys know kind of which group this is for. Sometimes the one video can be for everybody, a generic one, and sometimes it'll be specific to your program. So in this case, we're gonna just do generic side kick basic information. So first I wanna start out by trying to figure out the height that I wanna work on. So for everybody, it's gonna be different. Nobody should be trying to kick high right away. What you want to work on is your form and your technique. So at first I'm going to start about aiming at knee height. So in this case, it's below the C on my Wavemaster. You could use a chair, you could use anything as a marker, but not your walls and not your brothers and sisters or your pets, right? Try to use something stationary that's durable, that you can touch. You don't have to kick it hard. Just something that you have to measure. It could be something that is just a height of something that you can kick over or towards to use as a target. So remember, side kick, first thing you have to do, make sure that your target is at the side of your body, okay? You want to make sure you're kicking towards your sides. A lot of times the mistake you see with side kick, and it's very common, is that the person chambers their leg in kind of a roundhouse position, or even if they have the proper chamber, but then their side kick doesn't go straight to the side, it ends up going on a diagonal. So for instance, some people will chamber their kick like this, like a roundhouse kick, and then try to push, and then their foot goes the wrong direction. Or they'll chamber correctly, and then they kick, but they get this type of weird position with their hips. So the key is making sure that when you chamber, that when you kick, you pivot, boom, and push out. So you gotta push out straight, boom, towards that line. So if I'm on this line kicking, when I'm done kicking, my leg shouldn't be here, over there, it should be straight down the line. That, okay? So you're gonna shoot for making your leg straight off your side. So if I'm kicking to this target right here, and there's a line going down, if you have something, you can even put masking tape down the line, so you know that if you're touching it to your side, when you kick, you have to hit that masking tape. So if you miss, right, then you know you're not aligning your hips and your bottom foot properly, which is where that first instruction about pivoting is gonna come in. So first thing for side kick. Make sure your target is at your side, directly at your side. Guards go up, turn your head towards your target. So your hands are on either side of the target, right? Your eyes are aiming at the center. Your hip is lined up with the center. And then your heels are both gonna aim and line up with this line. And the way you do that is, you can pivot a lot of different ways, but to make it simple, what we're gonna do is we're going to pivot our feet together, okay? So we're gonna turn our heels towards that target, but my upper body's still twisted this way. I pick my knee straight up from there, okay? And then when I push out, I'm gonna put my heel in the center. So I pick up, boom, and push out. As you saw, I adjusted my other foot a little bit more because I need that heel to be turned that way. So you won't have to do it this slow. I'm doing this for teaching speed. So if I'm here, boom, feet together, I pick up, I make an adjustment as I kick so that I have my heel both aimed there, and boom, it's right there. Okay? So heels aimed at the target, the heel you're kicking with hits the target, your hands are aimed at the target, your eyes are aimed at the target, everything is lined up on that line. Okay? So the key is to pivot, aiming the heels, aiming with your eyes, having your hands up. If my hands are down, it's going to make me lean. A lot of times when people do that, they turn away with their head. So they'll end up going, maybe getting most of the things right, and then they go like this, okay? You don't want to do that because when you kick, you want to make sure you have good stability and balance and foundation. So when you lean over when you kick before you raise your leg up, you're throwing your body off balance, and that's going to make you either lose balance or fall over it. So, or if you don't, you'll still be off balance, meaning when you kick something and hit a target, especially if it's a person that's coming towards you, they'll knock you over. Okay, so maybe you can do this in the air and keep your balance and not fall over, but if you hit something or something runs into that kick, you could end up losing your balance and falling over. So the key is keeping your body up straight. Keep your body up straight, keep your head up. One of the things I use to teach the students is put their hand on their chin and press. So don't put it there and then do this. You press this like you're holding yourself up. Okay, so you're here, press, hold yourself up, boom. So I'm pressing pressure on my face with my knuckles so that I know that I have to stay up straight and that I don't want to lean over. Now, as you kick, as you start kicking higher and higher and higher, you'll have a natural tilt as your foot goes out, which is okay, right? But you don't want to do this before you even kick, because then your body won't want your leg to come up because you'll lose balance. So, side kick. You line your targets up again, your eyes up, line your joints up with the same target, aim your heels at that target. The chamber comes up towards your chest, right? Comes straight up off that angle. Not this way, not roundhouse chamber. Your feet are away from the target, and you aim your heel at that target, and your knee comes up towards your chest. So you have this position of your leg. Note my chest is over here. My hands and my eyes are over here. So it's almost like a back kick with an upper body for the side kick. That gives you more power and stability in your kick, and it makes for a much stronger kick, and it's also harder to defend against. Because when you do a classical side kick, it comes up this way, like a front kick, and then it shoots out sideways this way. But it's like almost like raising your hip this way. And that's a bad angle and range of motion for the hip. The hips aren't designed to do this motion a lot. They can do it, but it's not a strong one, and it's one that can wear your hips out and end up causing you having to have your older hip replacements later on. A lot of martial artists that I know have had hip replacements from doing a lot of kicks that way. So the key is to work with your body, making sure you're using the muscles and the joints the way they're designed to go and their strongest range of motion. So in this case, this motion you can do forever. Right? Old people can pick their knees up and down, walk up steps, but if you ask them to raise something up to the side this way, it's painful to them. So you want to use your body the way it's designed to be used the most effectively. So in this case, I want to use the driving muscles of the quadricep, the glutes, and the hamstrings, and I want to use those as driving my side kick. Pushing muscles, not raising muscles. Okay? Those raising muscles, some people can kick real fast that way, but there's not as much power on that as you would do if you use the pushing muscles. So that's your side kick. To make it fun, after you work on it for a while, you can put something there and practice kicking over that thing. I have this, but I could stack up something else on top of that. I can get a chair. I can put my belt across 2 chairs to make a different height. Find ways to challenge yourself for height. Be creative. Just be safe with it. The other thing you can do to strengthen the muscles is you could do the same positioning, but support yourself, right, on something and work on holding this chamber up and slowly extending them out. Pulling back in and extending them out. Then you end up working the muscles here, both the muscles that hold the leg up, because even though you're not raising this way, once you get it up and start extending, these muscles do engage. So by supporting yourself and not worrying about the balance as much, you can work all the strength muscles that still support the leg on the bottom, the standing leg, and then use the kicking muscles and work those muscles on that side too. So that is the side kick assignment. Work on your side kick. What I would like to see for your video submissions is you do a side kick at a target with control, with the proper alignments, and your foot pivoted, okay? Again, if you're here, right? If I pivot, I'm this way, and when I chamber, my body still stays up here, and then I pivot again before I extend my foot out. So I want to see the proper foot alignment, proper body alignment, your body up straight, eyes on the target, and I want to see that with control. I'd like to see one with speed on a piece of paper, so you can have somebody hold a piece of paper for you or a pillow, and then you can do it that way. And I'd like to see you do one in the air where you just kind of use your body, right? And you balance and put it out slow. It's hard to look at the camera, but boom, that way. And just work those muscles. Also, if you're going to do this exercise, you can show us you working on that too.